All right, so we're gonna start the third demo on the teapot. With the teapot, with any project you make in art, it's nice to go in a sort of an incremental fashion. So I'm showing you just a few coils at a time. And I think what we're really focusing on at this point is learning to go slow, careful, think about the form. The first day, if you guys remember, I did one slab for the base. I did 3 coils, and the coils are starting to get bigger. And then yesterday I did 2 more coils, and now I'm starting to get smaller. So I'm working towards kind of closing this piece up. The teapot, or whatever you're working on, has sat for a day. Don't just slip it, okay? In between transitional layers, you're going to want to score. Okay, so go around again and score. And I can tell, I can feel the clay. And already on this piece, yesterday was a little more firmed up, but today, the clay really feels like the base is starting to get to leather hard. Leather hard is one of my favorite stages of the clay because it's really easy to carve. You can't change the form a whole lot, but it's a real workable stage. It's firm enough that you kind of have a little more control, but it's not too dry where you can't do anything. All right, so we're gonna do 2, right? 2 more coils. Next week, we will work in a couple of things. We'll do a flange where we'll create a gallery for the lid where it fits in. We'll make a handle and we'll make a spout. So we have 3 demos next week. Okay, there's that. Uno más. So this is a 7 coil teapot. Right, 7 coils to the top. These are 1/2-inch coils. They're a little bit bigger than I generally like to do, but it's a great sort of thickness, to, definitely as you're starting, because it'll give you a lot more sturdiness. It'll be a little heavier, perhaps, than you might desire, but you can thin it out as you go. So I'm pushing down. I'm going to brush on some slip. And then, you guys probably already remember this from yesterday, just repeating. One hand goes on the inside, so I'm going to put my fingers actually kind of pushing out from the inside. So these 3 fingers, I can only fit 3 fingers in at this point. I'm pushing out, and I'm taking the metal rib and I'm flicking it. Periodically cleaning my tool. I don't want too much clay, and that is thinning it, by the way. Okay, and it looks like the way I'm looking at it, I may want to add 1 more coil, 1 more tiny coil. It's kind of open. But for the demo purposes, I'll just do 2. I promised you 2. Okay, and then what I will let this do, I'll let it dry a little bit, clean up a little bit more. I have a couple of these big sponges. Some people like a larger sponge. Or you can just grab the one here on my desk. Okay, don't forget to do the inside. The inside is now getting kind of hard because it's hard to get your hand in there. You may have to turn it on its side. Sometimes I turn it on its side and use a fettling knife at this point, and then cradle it and move it. Can you guys see that? I'm trying to get rid of those ridges inside. I don't want like tea leaves and stuff stuff stuck in there. You see how I'm doing it? I'll keep that clean. And it's stretching quite a bit. Is it visible in the camera? A little bit? No? Yes? So I'm kind of getting those coils on the inside. You can see some of them. I'm trying to get rid of those. A little bit more to go. When I do this, sometimes I have to go back and fix the form a little bit because I deformed it in scraping. When you go to smooth them, if you mess it up, come back. This is a good forming tool. I definitely need one more coil because I don't think I want my teapot that open. I want it a little more closed. So I'll either have to paddle it in to close it up, or I'll have to add one more. Might do a smaller coil up at the top to finish it off, and then I want to cut it evenly. So that's probably what I'll work on today if I have a little time. I'll kind of make that circle a little more even. I might take like a lid or something, get it all perfect, and then smooth it out, okay?